Mambo ni mengi mdani mchache. But I know we saw this story yesterday about a KQ staff and of course a Nigerian traveler going at it, mano a mano, and I really mean really going at it. And the initial statement was that the scuffle began when she was denied boarding because she did not have a Schengen visa and she was traveling through France. And the fact that she didn't have that meant for KQ they couldn't board her. However, this was the second leg of the trip, and the first one, alikuwa amepita vizuri, no problem. Now Nigerians do require a Schengen visa if they are even just going through the airport. But there was also claims that she had thrown used sanitary towels at the KQ staff. We have that video. Let's have a look. Not of the but just of the scuffle. Just the scuffle, yes. Hey, before we even get into anything else.
You provide, you won't take, you come and take my phone. Touch my phone, then you will see. Touch my phone. You touch my phone. Trust me, you're not going to. Oh, no, that phone will allow me. You're not going to fly on Kenya again. That phone. You're not going to fly on Kenya. Okay, you will see now. You can never get out. I will not. Thank God. I'm speaking to the Minister of Finance of Nigeria. You will see. Call the president. Then, call the president. Okay, let's go on. Please get call the president. Call your president. Yes, we're waiting. Oh yeah, now. Call your president. See, you the president. You continue. Continue. Yes, you will see. Continue. I want a hotel. I need sanitary towels. You will give me food tonight. Yes, okay. Oh yeah, now. Very wicked set of people. 17 hours labor. 17.
So initially, the issue was that when she was denied boarding, she said, fine, are you giving me accommodation for the night? Now that you're rerouting me to somewhere else, I had already a 17-hour layover, you've added 7 hours on top of it. I think, I don't know what the law states, but I think past a certain amount of time, you do need to be given accommodation. And KQ said, if it was on us, then would give you the accommodation, but you should have been the one to get the Schengen visa and to make sure that your travel documents are in order. This scuffle begins, pads are thrown, allegedly, and then, it's recorded and it goes out into
and
the
tempers flare. I've been looking at this case because, the kind of work that and I know that there were statements read that Eric will get into, but I'm just looking at it from the side of, yes, people are saying, there's been a whole argument, by the way, online. The internet is divided, Nigeria and Kenya. People are saying that customer is always right. Others are saying, well, the person on the other side can also only take so much. Now, it takes a certain level of grace and calm to stand in the face of such situations. We've witnessed times when somebody is still able to be composed enough to say, ma'am, I'm going to need you to step aside. I need to work with so-and-so. And I think that's where the division is. This was obviously somebody feeling really insulted as an air hostess, or somebody who was trying to...
As an airline official.
As an airline, yeah, to just try and give this person just some reprieve. But when you start to throw insults and tempers flare, at what point do we begin to have that conversation around sometimes the customer maybe isn't always right, or sometimes if you are doing a specific kind of work in a certain line of work, it also does take a certain kind of grace because you will deal with these things every single day.
And I guess she looks like she's the senior to the others. And so it's like the others that call her, okay, please, boss, come. How do we handle this case? And then she comes and she's starting to engage and these things are thrown. And she loses it. Now, if you watch, her colleagues are also just looking at her like, So as a colleague, as a junior member of staff, do you now call your boss aside and like, boss, come, it's okay, this. And if you do that, so what are you saying to that situation? What are you
communicating?
Right? What are you saying to that situation? So KQ released a statement saying, this was unfortunate and in trying to putting in the context, like you said, she was en route. We established the video does not provide full context. Unhappy with the option. The guest demanded accommodation, which Kenya Airways does not provide in cases where boarding is denied due to visa requirements. It's a responsibility of the passenger to do that. In the distressing turn of events, the guest resorted to inappropriate behavior by removing and throwing 3 used sanitary pads at our employees.
Now, that part was the part that people were like, what?
Why would you resort
Why
to
would you
that?
resort to that? And then I saw a statement from the director of the Nigerian
Civil
Aviation Authority, right?
Yeah.
And at the very end, he goes on a long, not rant, but yeah, explanation.
Saying, we summoned them.
Yes.
And they came here and we told them.
And we told them, you cannot do this. But at the very end of that thread, he says she did remove sanitary towels because there was an exchange of, I'm bleeding, I need accommodation.
Yeah, she talked about needing sanitary products.
Right.
And that's another conversation of having to have all those products available across all facilities because a lot of women and girls get affected.
But
did not give her the right. Used, yes.
Yes, she removed used. So that part is just, I can't get past that. I get stating your point. I get you do need accommodation. I do get that. But it's airline policy. If you've been denied entry because of a lack of a visa, it is what it is, right? But why do you, one, have them? Because I don't think JKIA lacks disposal bins or bathrooms. Why do you have them stored? And why is it, hi, look, these are my used sanitary towels, I'm bleeding, give me a room? How do you resort to that? I feel I want to give grace to the KQ employees because I don't know how I would react if someone did that.
If this happened to you as well.
Right.